Hello guys, this is Spicy, and this is the review on the Bandai High Grade Universal Century 144 scale Rozen Zulu, episode 7 version. So yeah, this is actually the second version of the Rozen Zulu, and basically what they did was make this one accurate to the Gundam Unicorn anime, more specifically the episode 7 version. There was a prior version, and then people were complaining that the color was inaccurate. But I just want you guys to know, basically, from what I understand, the previous version was actually based on the manga from Gundam Unicorn, not from the anime. That's why the color were inaccurate. But anyway, the episode 7 version has some differences. So basically, I think in the anime, this arm got destroyed. So they replaced it with this arm right here, which is like a shield with mega particle cannons. And yeah, it does come with a part. So basically, this whole piece section, this whole claw arm section, is basically unofficial. But you have all the parts to make it, minus the polycaps. So you need to salvage some polycaps from your collection in order to build this arm. If you want to have both of them, yeah. So I just salvaged some polycaps to rebuild this arm. Now you don't have enough wires to do the income for this other arm, so you can either snip like the wires in half for this arm, so you can have them both, or I don't know, you have to improvise. So basically, I'm just using the wires from the what it came with. So I did the income section for the left arm instead of the right arm. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. You do have all the parts to create all the, if you want to, if you find some, improvise, find some wires to have them both being extended if you like. So these are the extra parts. So yeah, let me show you the extra parts. So let's get that out of the way. And let's take a look at the obviously, we have a very large foil sheet sticker. Basically, with these unicorn kits, especially with Neo Zeon, you're gonna stuck with a lot of foil stickers, which is pretty terrible. It took a long time to put them on, and it was actually really difficult. And I'm painting some of them, but not all of them. So yeah, just the ones that are really difficult to put on, I end up just painting it. Anyway, that's a very terrible foil sticker. Now, let me tell you something. If you hate foil stickers, you might want to avoid this kit. It's very frustrating. But it is a nice kit if you do want to paint it. It took a long time to build. Took me about actually 10 hours to put this one together. So, yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at the box. This one is made in 2014, made in Japan. Here we have more pictures of the Rozen Zulu. Very cool. And all the gimmicks that you can do with the Rozen Zulu. Very cool. All right, and we have more to talk about here. Retail price is 2,800 yen. You can probably find this kit for around $35 in North America. If you'd like to pick one up, check out my sponsor www.tatsuhobby.com. And let's take a look at the instruction manual. All right, so this guy is made from Gundarium alloy. It has armaments such as the income, which are these. And then we have the triple mega particle cannon, this thing right here. And we also have the cycle jammer on the backpack. And we have the mega particle cannon, which this big section right here. I field generators, well, basically the shield creates the I field generator. And then wire shield units. Yeah, so wire shield units, I think, are these or something. Anyway. I can look at the rest of the pictures. Here we have the instruction manual. Some more gimmicks. Shows you the its presence in episode 7. Very cool. Basically, these are psycho jammers. What it does is interfere with the new type pilots, funnels, and other stuff. Basically, it just like messed up their system so they can't operate their mobile suit properly. So yeah, here's our assembly instructions and all the gimmicks. Alright, so one thing to notice is that this guy is actually a heavily modified version of the Gira Zulu. It's actually not the Hama Hama. It does have parts. I guess they re-engineered the Hama Hama, take some of the parts from the Hama Hama, and attach it to a Gira Zulu to turn this thing into the Rozen Zulu. So you can see the main body is pretty much a Gira Zulu. And then they add the arms from the Hama Hama. And then we also have the all the gimmicks from the Hama Hama, such as these claw arms and the mega particle cannon shield thing. For example, right here, we got the mega particle cannon. This is also an unofficial part. This can be pegged onto either the forearm. I'll show you guys that very soon. And basically what these rose petal does, these are the cycle jammers. So yeah, you have 6 of these. So these things, he just shoots them out from the backpack. And these things basically act as interference for, other new type pilots, funnels, and kind of interfere with their mobile suit. So that's why this is called the hybrid prototype Psychommune mobile suit. Oops. So yeah, we have all these clear parts which you can attach either the income unit, or you can attach these cycle jammers. Yeah, and they can be articulated like that. All right, you know what? That one's getting really annoying. I'm just gonna leave that on there. Leave that off. So you just plug these in right there, like so. Okay, so the triple action base is not included in this kit. I need to use this thing so I can demonstrate this income unit right here. So yeah, the income unit, this thing is actually really annoying. It took me forever to assemble this one, because you had to put all the wires through all these holes. And yeah, it's actually really frustrating. But anyway, that's how it is. This whole income unit comes out like that. You can use it to grab onto another mobile suit like that. And when not in use, you can just remove this section and then remove this clear section right here. Set this aside, right there, and we attach the arm like so. It's very simple. If I can get it to reattach. There we go, right there. And on the side of the arm, if you rotate the arm over here, you have a attachment point right here, which you can attach a shield, like that. Again, this is unofficial because this is the episode 7 version. You're supposed to omit this shield part right here. And to convert this fully into the episode 7 version, you gotta remove this arm. Okay, let's go ahead and remove that whole arm right here. This one just have a basic articulation right here. You can rotate the shield, and then we got a 90-degree bend right there. And once you attach this, you get the bicep swivel. There we go. So we have a bicep swivel right here. Very nice. Now this kit is not super flimsy, but you know, it's kind of problematic. So anyway, let's go ahead and take it off the stand and show you guys more of the functionality of this kit. Basically, the articulation is very similar to that of a Gira Zulu, but I'm going to show you guys all the gimmicks anyway. So here we have the back of the kit. These are the cycle jammers that he can fire off. Yeah, I think this guy is really into roses. That's why all his weapons are designed after roses. Even the mobile suit is called the Rozen Zulu. So yeah, obviously we got a lot of flower references like that. So yeah, I think this guy is also the pilot for the. I think his name is Angelo Sauper, and he also have his own Gira Zulu. That is in this color. Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool. I mean, if you look at all the details on this kit, does look really, really nice. And I'm pretty sure if you put on some water slide decal, this thing will look even better. So anyway, it can actually stand on its own. You just have to kind of properly position it like that, which is not bad. Consider all the stuff that's attached to it. And yeah, anyway, so on the back we have these fuel tanks, which is on the polycap, so you can articulate them. You can articulate these back thrusters up and down, open it up. You can remove these rose petal thing if you like. It just pegs in right there. I did have to paint these bottom section to match the art from the box. Although you do have to paint this intersection too, this kind of pink color to match the rose petals or the cycle jammers. And I did painted the side thruster ports too, and the back thrusters. So yeah, very cool. And I painted all of these and all the ones on the color. So let's get right into the articulation now. So for the feet, you can actually angle the feet back and forth. That's for sanding purposes, and the feet is attached via polycap and a ball joint. So you can kind of rotate that back and forth. It's also a hinge right here inside the calf. So you can get ankle rockers, which is necessary for posing the kit. Now this section right here, the back of the knee, is attached via one peg to a polycap. So you got to be very careful when you're posing this kit, because if you break that peg, the legs is just going to come off. So that's something you should be aware of. I saw the review on Zaku Aurelius' channel where he was really reviewing this kit, and he broke the leg on that. So be very careful when posing it. So yeah. You basically what you want to do is you want to push in onto the calf when you're gonna articulate the knee. It will prevent it from breaking. So yeah, like that, you can barely get a 90 degree right there, and then let's go ahead and move that forward. So yeah, not too much articulation on the knees. And the front skirt you can articulate, but first off you gotta move the side skirt forward. You can move that up a little bit, just like that, and then you can see there's a connection point for the action base, and we also got the knee thigh swivel right there, the thigh cut, and we have a universal joint for the hips. Although you're really not gonna get much articulation out of that, because this thing is just so bulky and the skirt really gets in the way. Obviously, the back skirt is fixed. And then we do have a ball joint polycap that goes into the hip, the waist. So you do have an ab crunch. It's actually a double ball joint. So there's one here that goes in here, and then there's another one that goes in the chest. So you get pretty, well, yeah, consider what it is. You do get an ab crunch, but yeah, you're really not going to get much out of it. You do get a little bit of side to side, which is cool. And the head is pretty much just stuck in there like that. You can hinge it up. There's a hinge in the chest section. You can hinge it up. And then you can, the head sits on the ball joint, so you can rotate that side to side. Now the mono eye is a sticker. It's two stickers actually. The black stickers behind the mono eye, and then the mono eye itself is a sticker. So you cannot move the mono eye. I put it dead center, and then you can barely see it. So the head is looking really kind of funny. Kind of remind me of a miniature Jiwagu, sort of. Like the whole elephant thing going on. And the shoulder armor is attached via a hinge. It's just sandwiched between the arm and the shoulder. So yeah. So it's like one plate that goes into the shoulder that connect to this hinge right here, so you can move that up and down. We also have a butterfly joint right here inside the chest, so you can move it back and forth. And then I already talked about the arm. So the arm is attached via this straight peg to a polycap, so you can rotate that, hinge it out, rotate that. Same thing with this arm, it's the same design. And we have a single bent elbow, because this thing is just way too bulky for anything else. And the claws can be articulated. So Overall, it's a very nice kit, but it does have a lot of problems, such as terrible full of stickers. And yeah, it took me 10 hours to build for high grade. That's almost like a real grade territory. And most of the time, it's just putting on these terrible stickers and messing with these ridiculous wires for the income unit. But you know what? I still really like this kit. It's definitely, it's pretty much just a brick at this point. This is probably something you want to put on the shelf to display, probably with the income unit, like, flying out. It looks really, really menacing and really cool. I wish that would eventually see a high grade version of the Hama Hama, but until then, if you're into high grade Hama Hama or something that looks similar, I definitely would consider picking up the Rozen Zulu episode version, 7 version, or the regular version if you don't care about the inaccuracy in the color. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys find the information helpful. And as always, thanks for watching.